De Natura Libri Sex by Lucretius. Lucretius was one of the first atheists. However, we won't follow its footsteps and instead focus on the respiritualization of nature. So there are quotes that the root of the character or ethos of one's person, that nature is the exponent, that character is derived from nature, and character shows fate, as it is well known. So what is in nature? It's a combination of inclinations, meaning, borrowing from Hindi terminology, a karman, a component of tainted powers, teleologies, or aimful realizations, essential qualities and attributes. So, materialistically, psychologically speaking, these are the inborn, inherited, conditioned by environment, mentors and peers, and our fathers and mothers, qualities. It's spiritually speaking, metempsychosized by daimon and developed throughout life. So a nature may be inborn, a soul may be inborn, a daimon may be inborn, and gift us with a certain nature that is not strictly materialistic, inherited, evolutionary, and socialized. So, what is a karma? Karma is a composite of another foreign-sounding word, vasana. Vasana is something that taints pure energy, that is called Shakti. So let's say that there is a universal force, or that there are multitudes of ontological forces in the universe that are understood as separate from each other. For example, when a light in physical terminology enters a prism and it diffracts, the light is the Shakti, and Vasanas are the colors of the diffracted light that it takes on through electromagnetic spectrum. An analogy. So nature has powers. For example, if a person has a destructive nature, or a creative nature, or a synergizing nature, a compassionate nature, an affectionate Venusian nature, a stern Saturnian nature, a severe nature. Natures may be explained in a Hippocratic, Galenian, and other modalities, whether choleric, melancholic, sanguinic, phlegmatic, whether wet, dry, hot, cold, and so on. That is, of course, an oversimplification, but it is clustered into a very useful model. And there, all models are wrong, but they are useful. One statistician, George Box, once wrote in the American writings. So, the great natures and the little natures, or small natures. The great natures are expansive, and they want a vision, they coin a vision, they pursue a vision. They may be dominant, that is, I want my vision to succeed. Inspiring, my vision inspires others. Or despotic, I want everyone to follow my vision. Reforming, I want to commit to change. Catalyzing, let's walk through the existing status quo, strengthening it, furthering it, or changing it. Or there are giants. Let's create a new system. Let's rip the old religious, political, societal system apart. Or let's build new ones on the corpse of the previous ones. That is from Process and Reality by Whitehead, a British philosopher. Now, small natures don't wish to make history. They are as good as they are, and there's nothing wrong with that. Live and let live. Fear of change, comfort and regular life. They follow this system created by great natures. They are the victims of the grand narration and grand history that is unfolding. So, movement and change in element is understood as war of natures. When they're opposing each other, when there is a peace of natures, when they abide together, concordia, they may compensate each other, be compatible or completely at odds. They may be drawn together by similitude, opposition, or repulse each other on the same terms of similitude or opposition. Now the nature of the daimon, or the soul, is the sum inclination of total life's experience, both pre-existing, inborn, and posthumous after we die, sensorical, mental, spiritual, in the eternity's sure flawless mirror, nobody can lie to it. It is pertaining to its nature. The daimon is pertaining to its nature and character. How the daimon was transformed through occult, magical, spiritual means. What it lived through, psychology, psycho-social understanding, biopsychology. It is the posthumous exit point towards the, let's say, bardo of spiritual makeup of what we will be after death, which world will be born into, either organic, living, or inorganic, disincarnate. It tolerates no lies. It is as it is, composed of what it is composed. And some may scream injustice, but nature likes to hide and tolerates its own laws only. Human laws and justice stand in contrast to justice of nature, physis, here, and that of the providential gods. What is man-made, let us remember, is transient. What made me make this lecture is a pondering of how my personal life was destroyed for the last 17 years. And how, starting with a great nature, I was dwindled to a petty nature, and how I suffer with it. Some people say, well, go on with it. Why? Are you an ambitious man? I said, no. My nature was expansive. I was destroyed, ruined. So why don't you? Because I was destroyed. What if I don't play what is? And can a great nature be replaced with a petty nature? It may be squished into it, but it never disavows or is dispossessed of its diamond. So when someone has a great nature, he may be imprisoned, he may be destroyed, but his spirit remains unconquered. Remember that. Thank you.